you'd be illegal?
You can't be.
Those criminals.
Let's show him a thing or three.
Jesus.
I wish that I knew how to like do these audio things because I would love to have that little anime. What?
You need Nitro for it.
You need Nitro for ones that aren't in the server, basically.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, still the ones on the server.
Don't
Like,
you need Nitro for an Anchor sound at all?
Hi, Yoshi.
Hello.
Hello.
Phoenix.
Who's Phoenix? This is Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney.
So true.
Yeah, we
I
jumped.
don't have a,
We jumped games.
I don't have a network soundboard.
Alright, yeah, I should probably watch the game so I can see what to say.
Yeah, you guys could see.
Although,
Okay.
although it might actually be, make it a bit more fun if I'm just ad-libbing the entire time. And don't see
Honestly, half the time you and the judge are the same person anymore, so it'd probably work.
Yeah, I don't even know it's my turn to say anything. It's just like it's just like if no one else has talked for like 10 seconds, just assume it's me and I'll just be like, oh yeah, sure.
Thanks,
I mean,
Yoshi.
that would
We are
work
doing well. Good to see
for
you too.
other cases, but I'm not sure about this one.
Not sure
This
about this one.
Okay.
I can't get it to stop saying that there's an upcoming event on this Discord. There we are.
Okay.
I should start event amazing. Let's go.
Yay.
Yo.
Okay. Well, now we're all here and ready to go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you all. I'm Kirsten, Kiki Goggles, and today I'm voicing somebody. I've got like a bajillion characters in this case. You'll just have to tune in and find out who.
I think that Kirsten should just voice every character, and then...
Yeah, we should
It's a
all
one
leave
person
actually.
show.
Goodbye.
Doesn't have to pay us anymore.
Oh, I see, I see.
I'm Bea and I'm playing Bikini.
Hello, I'm Sven, and normally I voice Gumshoe, but I don't think he shows up today.
So you're just here for emotional support?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh shit, I'm next. Hello, I'm Astrid. Once again taking over for Felix, voicing a mystery character. Who could it be? You'll find out.
Mm.
Hi, I'm Barry. I don't voice anyone.
Also for
Yay.
emotional support.
I'm Mark and I'll be playing some judge or another.
The applause is really like making it for me.
Absolutely. I'm Sim, and I'll be playing Edgeworth, who took over as the protagonist.
Hello. We don't have a tweet for the stream.
I don't know what's going on. It says failed. It keeps saying
It
Oh,
just-
failed.
it's here now. Okay,
I
it
just got
showed
one. I
up.
just got a
Oh,
notification.
thank God.
There
Okay.
it
It
is.
kept saying failed to send tweet, and I was like, what is happening?
You didn't link the stream,
I-
I think.
Yeah, it's like it won't let me. Oh, so I guess the first one went through, but the second one won't go through?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It keeps saying failed. It doesn't like my tweet. It doesn't
Oh.
want me to promo myself.
Can't
I've
believe
done
that.
it for
Mark
you.
got the link.
Oh, it does? It did?
No, I posted it for you in a reply.
Oh, thank you. I'm not sure why it's not going through. It hates me. Thank you, Mark.
And I feel like it's going to
So,
come out.
I'm yours. Hi, I'm not doing anything today. I ran the benchmark for Apple 14 and my PC won't explode, so that's great.
Yay! Yay!
Forecast is big today.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now that everything has been settled on the world of Twitter, it's time to hop in. Oh my, Mr. Larice feels that way about me?
Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed.
I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing.
Worry not, and in any case, whatever it was that he saw on the night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him.
Does that mean Mr. Larice is the witness today?
No. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand.
Sister Bikini.
She claims to see the very instant in which you carried out the crime. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Donim, correct?
That is correct. It wasn't me.
Very well then.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes.
You are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed...
Oh, don't worry. I've made the necessary arrangements.
I see.
Iris? It is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now, I am a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people, and to believe until the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I am fit to do the task that I have been entrusted.
Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands.
Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
It feels so wrong seeing Edgeworth from that.
I was going to say the exact same. I was going to say the exact same thing. It feels so weird to see Edgeworth on that side of the stand.
He shouldn't be facing right.
He should not be facing right. Illegal.
It's like when you're watching a film that you've seen so many times, but it's on YouTube, so they flipped it over the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Copyright.
It's like playing Twilight Princess on the Wii after you played it on like GameCube.
It's like seeing someone that you've only ever seen face one direction, but facing the other direction.
It's like Phineas
case,
from
it's
Phineas and
right-handed.
Ferb, that like facing forward.
It's when you're drawing art and then you flip the canvas.
Oh, I love that we're all the same brand of silly.
The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for a prosecution in this case.
What the hell? Indeed.
I'm not sure I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecution's chair can only mean it's a steel chair, and he has no confidence in their ability to prove their case, the goddamn jabroni. It would seem this case is already over before I had a chance to give it the 1, 2, 3.
Damn! Phoenix Ray Ace Attorney speedrun any percent world record.
The announcer is now ready to announce the verdict. The court finds the defendant.
Oh my fucking god.
The prosecution stands ready.
And who's this stormed their way to the ring?
Franziska von Karma, prosecuting prodigy.
Oh no, the evil heel von Karma. Perchance you wouldn't happen to be a second-generation wrestler, child of the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma.
Legends are a thing of the past. I'm a von Karma. That is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purposes of prosecuting this case.
You did? Then you must be quite a title contender, eh? By the way, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, she said she sounds less Russian and less German now. She got over all of her colds, Yoshi. She's fine.
I'll be honest. I considered doing like a thick German accent, but I'm not sure if Yosh would have wanted to hear that.
You can only do better than me, so.
Just you wait for when I audition for Clavier Gavin in the next game.
Oh boy.
Have we had a bad French accent yet?
Any French accent?
Yes, I
was a
butchered
French
the
character
French
in like the
accent.
last case.
Yeah, the one that you managed to miss every single time.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well.
You just gotta go back and watch the VODs.
Yeah, I gotta go back. I've been making my way through them, just rewatching them for fun, so we'll get there
great.
eventually.
I love that. I've been meaning to do that too.
Want to see the progress?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm almost certain I've seen you somewhere before, or am I just imagining things, you jabroni? You look very much like a prosecutor I met once.
I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor.
Miss von Karma, do you have anything to say in your promo?
There is no such weakling as this man among the prosecutor's office. I told you, there is no such weakling.
I forgot that you guys gotta be quick on the draw, because when Von Karma's here, because it will autoplay as soon as the whip goes, so y'all gotta be on point today. I promise I'm not doing it.
I wish, like, because they're trying to pretend it wasn't him, and they just gave him like a little mustache or beard or something so he could pretend he's someone else.
That would be very funny.
What is that? A whip? That's an illegal weapon. Referee, remove the whip.
I have no objection to the whip.
Oh my.
Out of context, that's worse.
You don't? Are we gonna make this a hardcore match?
The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee. But there is still only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today.
Edgeworth is the most fucking normal character in this series, I swear.
Surprisingly, yeah.
This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth. I had expected to face Phoenix right here today. But looking at you now, maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers.
I see you brought your flair for the histrionic.
Allow me to add to the things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court, which is every single case. Ugh.
The stage is... No. The ring is set. Now continue with the proceedings, Your Honor.
Very well. Miss Von Karma, please give an outline of the match. With as little whipping as possible.
The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Mr. Lee Stonem. Her body was found in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue.
The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The judge accepts this photo of the crime scene.
There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this extra contestant to the stand.
And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney.
What? What?
Sorry.
Was that passing?
That was hit. Witness, state your name and occupation, please.
Now hold on here a minute, Jabroni. I'm not sure about not being this at all. I flub my lines. Can we redo that?
No, too late.
Sorry.
Damn, we're live. Witness, kind of right. Oh, it's a cruiserweight.
If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our back pain-plagued witness.
Referee, please fetch a crate for this poor little cruiserweight.
Once again, your name and occupation, please.
Little old me. Well, I'm the head nun of Hazakura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone.
But you, don't appear to be wearing a bikini for your ring gear.
The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once. Please, I wish that line was in the last fucking case.
God, for real.
Or in multiple of the
There's so many
cases,
cases.
You want me, Judge Foreign Judge, into the champion to leave my own ring?
No need to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in summer. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! It's not actually funny. Hot girl summer.
Yeah. We love a
In
confident queen.
In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question.
That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that.
Let us hear what you have to say for yourself, then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh?
That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but... well, as you can see, my back likes to act up. Violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. There's no bath at the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long, hot soak. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back, that's when I saw it.
So it was simply a coincidence you found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple.
You could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the inner temple.
That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made.
There is only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall at the first hurdle now, are you, Miss Miles Edgeworth? I'm so used to saying Mr. Edgeworth.
That's fine, Miss Miles Edgeworth. Congratulations on your
True.
transition.
Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination.
So you return to the Hazakura Temple in order to take a bath?
My back is to blame for everything. It's a do or be done in kind of world, after all.
In this
How
world,
long?
it's kill or be killed.
In this world, it's bath or be bathed.
Oh my god.
How long were you in the bath for, if you don't mind me asking?
My, what a filthy little rogue you are. I know what's on your mind.
Huh?
Well, I don't think that's going to be your next question, but I'm sure you're thinking it. Ah, this is why you have to watch the young ones. Fully gray.
What are you going on about? I was...
Pathetic, Miles Edgeworth.
The lowest of the low.
Is there some sort of kick me sign stuck to the defense's bench?
Oh, you know how Phoenix feels.
Yeah, literally.
Anyway, I couldn't afford to be away from my post for too long, as you understand, so I kept it to a measly 2 hours.
Oh my god.
Gotta keep those pits fresh.
Yeah, I can't believe Edgeworth would do this.
Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid.
Hi, Carvey Cute Sheep. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Wait, Carvey?
Oh,
hey,
is that how you say it,
Carvey.
Carvey?
Yeah, that's one of my friends.
Oh, they said Edgeworth being so lewd on the stand. SMH my head. I know, such a dirty little boy.
Yeah, of course, when Sam gets to be the pro tag, he turns into a giant perv.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, he really is getting the Phoenix Wright treatment.
I really am.
Yeah, for real.
I get the whole protagonist treatment.
Yeah.
You're not being an attorney, you're just being a pervert. How dare you ask questions?
The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all.
Well, don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of Hazakura Temple.
In that case, Miss Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all.
No, she said that?
A defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her own back.
But That is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi.
It is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
She does indeed have honest eyes. Ugh.
All people lie. That is my belief.
Why am I the only one being whipped in here?
Simple. I only whip men, but Edgeworth is like someone I actually like, so I don't whip him. I'm not joking, that's actually a detail. She never whips Edgeworth.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reasons to lie. Which means it's time for a rematch.
Dear, 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 you're older than me, and yet you want to play that game, do you?
Well, that's not exactly what I had.
Perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter. There's no chemtrails to interrupt my thoughts.
I suppose it's too early to end this match then. Mr. Edgeworth, if you're going to question the memory of this wrestler, you will need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence.
Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick.
Then please add your comments to Butaris to the testimony. And let us return to the match.
He really does say a boot. Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon warding hood, correct?
Of course. That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Ha ha ha! Wait a minute.
Hold it right there. Why do you have that?
That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Ms. Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night.
Hi, Brave Blitz! Welcome in! I'm glad this is your favorite part of the case. Exciting.
Before the lights out bell was rung.
What?
You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant, as she claims, then the iris that she saw should have been missing this very hood. It's not a bad feeling at all exposing contradictions like this. Now I understand that happy look on Wright's face every time he does it.
Order! Order in the ring! Out!
Sister, this hood, you have spare ones around the temple, don't you?
Bears. Well, I do tend to make too many of them.
I see. A stockpile. A surplus of hoods, huh?
Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned.
Then it is quite strange indeed.
If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here.
I'm sorry to break this to you, Ms. Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart, even if they're Canadian. The seeds of doubt.
Witness. While I don't wish to call you a jabroni, you must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. I don't like being called a jabroni.
Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple.
The seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation.
I finished my bath around 11, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look, and Iris was... Oh, Mystic Elise! And with that sword of all things! Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room which faces out onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window.
You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it would be like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court. And me seeing it all from this very steel chair. Well, something like that anyway.
This judge. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe.
I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth.
Calling everybody by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours?
Hold it!
You say you heard a noise.
Thump, just like that.
That could only be the sound of the victim falling.
Very quiet in the temple, you know. You can even hear the snow falling from the branches. Thump, just like that.
But then, couldn't this noise you heard have been the snow falling to the ground?
I never thought of that.
Ho ho ho! Ah!
The next one to laugh gets a whipping.
Well, whatever the source of the sound, I looked over at the courtyard and...
Hold it!
This is the second time that the witness has testified to seeing the defendant. But some doubt remains in these claims.
Hey, just what does that mean? Just because you're a good-looking young man doesn't give you the right to...
The murderer who stabbed the victim with the sword, Sister Bikini. Try to recall exactly who it was you saw, as clearly as you can.
Well, you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. Oh, now that you mention it, there was something awfully strange about her. That has been bugging me all this time.
Please don't keep us in suspense.
Her hood.
Hood.
That's right, it's coming back to me. Iris, she wasn't wearing her hood. I thought something was out of place, but it all makes sense now, doesn't it? After all, she'd given that hood away to someone, right?
You've dug your own grave, Miles Edgeworth.
What do you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Is this testimony important?
Yosh.
It probably is.
Okay, thanks.
Why did they bother asking us this question? It's the same every time.
Yeah, I cannot think of a single example where it's not important.
Yeah, they really should have.
This may initially appear to put me at a disadvantage, but I can't see any other leads at the moment. Your Honor, I would like these new statements to be added to the testimony.
Miles Edgeworth. If you want to hang yourself, you only need to ask. I'll gladly lend you my whip.
Oh, jeez, oh, Pete.
Challenger, please add that statement to your testimony.
Not important, it looks bad for me.
No problem.
Hold it!
You are sure about that?
Yes, after all, we always wear the same clothes. I don't mean because we're poor, you understand. It's our style. Yes, that's it.
There's absolutely no need to explain yourself.
Anyway, she looked different from normal, so that really stuck out.
Like me holding a whippet puppy instead of my whip.
At least then it might bite you and not someone else.
Iris didn't have her hood on. I'm sure of it.
Very well. Now, please tell us about the victim, eh?
So, funny thing, it wasn't important actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good to know.
Huh.
Objection!
Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say, anyway.
Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in winter. You know, the chemtrails.
However...
just the funniest, like, subplot line.
However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Ms. Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report?
Why me? The autopsy report.
The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, This fall was after she was killed.
That's right. It says after death right here.
The scene the witnesses claimed to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall?
At the top of a steel cage. Order! Order! The victim was killed and then fell from hell in the cell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in the ring. Don't you agree?
That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below.
Were there any signs of a struggle in Ms. Donham's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree?
Not if we're PG-13. Well, Miss Karma, was there any blood?
No traces of blood were found in the victim's room.
Your whip has just caused traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff beer. However, if there was no blood in that ring, then your claim that
I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure Your Honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood.
When it produces the most blood?
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed. With the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound.
I'm quite concerned about how much the violent lady knows about stabbing. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion, then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions.
Order, order, order. I must admit this is a probable version of events.
I'd expect no less from Francisca von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point.
It seems that we need a clear testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition from your part and tell us only the facts, please. Challenger, please remain standing on the crate.
Don't go selling me short now.
I feel like you've done that yourself already.
The weight of the winter snow has bent me out of shape. Especially my back and my mood.
Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here.
With the whip.
Oh boy. All right, all right. When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? And when I awoke, Mystic Amy was stabbing through Mystic Elise through the back. Oh, wow, we got there.
This all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory.
Von Karmas strive for nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth.
Perfection is an impossibility, Francisca von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that.
Hold it!
Now, on to what the killer did next. You saw none of it, correct?
Well, I was unconscious.
How long were you out for?
Don't know, 10, maybe 20 minutes? A young man with a very prickly-looking head woke me up. By stepping on me, actually.
I'm not sure I like that method of resuscitation.
Well, I wasn't asking for mouth-to-mouth or anything of the sort. But I would have welcomed a more gentle awakening right about then, let me tell you.
I shall have words with the offender personally. What did you see upon awakening?
Hold it!
So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood?
Right. Some of it had splattered onto Iris, too.
When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room. And her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner.
What?
Her clothes were blood-flecked as well.
That seems quite conclusive to me.
What should I do? Press this point further?
Nah, don't need to.
Going back to your previous statement, you said you saw a little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now you say you saw the victim bleeding.
Well, I say that what I saw is what I saw.
And what did you see?
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed. But I saw the girl pull the sword out of her plain as day.
Pulling the sword out?
Well, it wasn't exactly pulling, it was more like it came out.
Challenger, you will add this statement to your testimony.
Is that important?
The judge simply really likes Utena.
More important than you can imagine.
I really hope that she did that thing where they did the cool little flick and the blood goes off from the sword. If you don't do that, what's the point in even stabbing someone?
Carvey said, so she unstabbed her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna refer to it as from now
Yeah,
on.
of course.
Unstabbing something.
Objection!
Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least, I'd like to think so. But there are too many contradictions here.
What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar. But you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive it.
What contradictions are you talking about?
In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities.
You can see the crates!
Wow!
Explain yourself!
To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone with the hilt to the hilt with this? No matter how look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that.
Doesn't appear? What meaningless dribble. I too may appear to be weak and frail. But I can crush men under my heel and make them weep, should I so choose.
Isn't she like 12?
She's like 19, I
was
think.
gonna say, I
God,
think
the
she's
same
like
age.
19.
Same thing. The objection stands.
Either way, I love her so
I mean,
much.
could check the age right now if he wanted to.
I wept a little back there, I must admit.
There it is, 19.
That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, well, just look at the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly.
That's...
We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in a body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when a weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding.
That's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with a shishishito. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss.
I'm not finished. There's still one more conclusive contradiction.
You still got more in the tank?
This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust in all the way to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword.
No!
Order, what?
Bravo, Miles Edgeworth. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that.
But what does this all mean?
Hi, Mike. Welcome in.
You may have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but
Having come this far, there can only be one answer.
And that is...
The weapon used to kill the victim was not the shishishito.
what?
A foolishly foolish idea born from the foolish mind of a foolhardy, foolish fool!
Yeah, okay. let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon?
Okay, so we'll pause here since Bea had to go outside to take her dog out real quick. That was a good I was like, dang, this is really going back and forth with just the court people. We could go ways, and then it was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, has to go outside to have a little tinkle.
yeah, her.
I've been getting really into character to the point where I've been mirroring her fucking poses.
I love when that happens. That's great.
I
Took
think
a while to get to the first text box that has 50 fools in it, but we got there in the end.
Since joining this fucking group, I've been excited to voice an all-time favorite character, and Franziska's that.
Oh, Franziska's so
anyone who's seen me post on Twitter knows exactly how much I love her.
Yeah.
She's great.
Mm-hmm.
This whole series is just full of even if they're not a good character, they're an interesting character. There's really no boring character in this series.
Is Salmonella really an interesting character?
He's interesting in his terribleness.
Is the fucking Max Galactica?
I love Max Galactica, even if he sucks.
You should say this to Bea's face.
I was gonna say, especially with the way Bea read him, he was my favorite. I love him. If I had experienced him outside of Bea, I don't know if I could have said the same thing. But Bea makes or breaks that character.
That is entirely understandable.
I was literally just thinking earlier, I was like, man, I miss Max Galactica, no shit. I literally thought that.
What about Jean Armstrong?
I like Jean Armstrong. There's some problematic things going on with their writing, but I like him as a character.
What about Penny Nichols?
I think Penny is Penny's the only. I was literally thinking, I was like, there's no boring characters, and my brain immediately went, fuck, Penny. Nobody bring up Penny, and then you did. Penny might be the only boring character in Ace Attorney.
What about the bellboy?
Oh no, I love the bellboy, especially the way Yosh plays him.
The bellboy? That's the best character.
Yeah, Bellboy's great. I miss Bellboy. The voice cast has made me love so many characters. Agree, Yoshi. This, there's probably a lot of people that I wouldn't care for as much if it wasn't for all these talented people. There's a character in Apologistus that everyone loves to hate. Well, I cannot wait to get to that person.
There's 5.
I have
We will make them unhated.
Yeah, they'll become a fan favorite with us.
Good luck.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, maybe that's a big promise. I guess.
Maybe not.
Well, we'll see. I will say that I know because I'd only played the first game in general, but I at least knew a good chunk of 2 and 3 going into these games in the trilogy. I know significantly less about 4, 5, 6. And even
I know nothing about 4, 5, 6.
Okay, great. And I know even less about Investigations and Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So after this game, I'm going almost entirely blind.
Yeah, excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I've never actually played these games. LMAO, don't blame you at all, Carvey. Especially the later ones, they're so much harder to get these days. I mean, now not so much.
On PC now.
Yeah, thankfully now, except for the investigation games, it's all way more accessible. But up until the last 2 or 3 years, it's been so much harder to get anything that's not the trilogy on your Samsung fridge.
Sorry, I'm back. By the time I got him outside, he walked around for 30 seconds and then sat down in the grass and looked at me like, why are we out here? I'm like, I'm going to kill you. He's sitting by the door, just scream sobbing. I couldn't believe it wasn't, my mic wasn't picking it up, but he was doing the I'm like, okay.
Dang.
So then I get him outside and just why are we out here?
I love when dogs do that.
He's like the opposite of Bailey then, who spends about 25 minutes trying to find a perfect, exact place to have a shite.
Yep.
There's no in between with dogs.
He's sniffing, circling. Oh no, it doesn't have to be this angle. I have to pace this way exactly. Oh no, wait, the wind's just moved. I have to turn.
Yeah, and you're like, wait, nope, we gotta start all over again.
Yep.
Oh my god.
You missed
Now
Max
he's
Galactica
sleeping on the
Slender.
couch, so.
Yosh, say that again.
You missed Max Galactica Slender while you were gone.
Yeah.
You missed no such thing.
And Bellboy slander. It upsets
That is
Josh,
true.
You missed no such thing.
We were having a debate about whether or not Ace Attorney has any boring characters or just at least not interesting characters, and somebody brought up Max Galactica, and I was like, not the way Bea reads it.
Not at all.
I miss your Max Galactica.
Yeah.
You mean? Oh wait, what did I gave him the Garfield the Deals Warlock?
Yeah,
voice,
you
right?
give him the
That was
Adventure
the-
Zone.
Yeah, the like Max Galactica.
Yes, I love your Max Galactica voice. It's like the best voice I've ever heard.
Well, thank you.
You know, I miss Trilo.
Oh my god, don't even fucking... I forgot about Trilo, my god.
Trilo was
And with
just
any
fun,
luck,
though.
there might
There might what?
be a character in like the next game we could do the bit for again.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Yay!
I'm so excited for
I don't
that.
know. That isn't foreshadowing or anything. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but like it would be really funny.
No,
yeah,
no,
I was
yeah.
wondering who you meant. I couldn't think of
Yeah, I
anybody.
thought you had somebody specific in mind, and I was like, oh boy.
Well, I'll just like look at someone and be like, oh yeah, I think everyone should voice
Yeah,
them.
just pick a random one. Apollo Justice, everybody voices him. Just kidding.
Sounds about right.
Just now a character came to mind, actually. Fuck.
Oh, okay. I'm excited. Okay, whew.
It's because Mystic Amy was holding it.
Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the Shichishito was the murder weapon.
Order!
So maybe the Shishishito was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes the stream pros. It changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh, oops. Astro, did it drop?
Oh, it moved to Bikini. I thought that was her line.
Oh no, that's so valid.
We've all been tripped up
The
by
sister
that.
here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
That's indeed true. Your rebuttal, Mr. Edgeworth.
If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises.
The obvious question.
Yes. Namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found.
That's...
I bet they didn't even look under the ring. Please answer the question, Miss Von Karma.
No evidence of that kind was found.
Another mystery to throw into the ring. A match without a murder weapon is a tricky beast.
Excuse me, could I say something? I just remembered something, actually.
What is it, sister?
Just thinking, it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was it was just over there.
What exactly are you going on about here?
The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe. I think I might know where the sword was disposed of.
You what?
Well, then,
Oh.
I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister.
Impossible. What else? What else could this old woman have seen?
I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all.
Challenger, please tell us everything you know right away next time.
Well, I'm not in the best of shape, what with my back and my age, you know, and the chemtrails in the summer.
Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph.
Snowmobile, eh? Well, it certainly is an interesting theory.
The tracks begin in front of Hazakura Temple and run all the way to Dusky Bridge. That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon.
Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon?
Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please.
Hold it!
As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when I visited.
That's it. That's the only one we have. It'll run no matter how much snow falls.
Now you're certain that the snowmobile was there at the main gate when you arrived.
Yes, of course. It was parked in front of the gate.
So she had already gone, discarded the murder weapon, and returned by that time.
I'm not sure if this is really relevant. What should I do? I need answers to every possible doubt. The snowmobile in question, was it still warm at the time?
Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean, eh?
What do you mean, Miles Edgeworth?
I'm playing to a slope route here. It goes without saying that using a snowmobile will heat its engine. If it was still warm, that means it was recently used.
Ah, I see. I never thought of that.
That's right. I overlooked that too.
Of course you did.
Then answer the question, please, witness.
I don't often go around touching hot engines.
You're missing out.
However, now that you mention it, there wasn't any snow on it.
Snow?
Yes, for some reason, only the snowmobile wasn't covered in snow.
Corby said, I love burning my hand on engines.
There wasn't any snow on it. Curses.
Curses.
It seems highly likely that the killer did use a snowmobile then, eh?
How long does it take to get to Dusky Bridge by snowmobile?
Hold it!
While it would have been possible time-wise, one element remains out of place.
Oh, and what would this mystery element be?
The killer's reasoning, Your Honor. Why did the killer do all of this? Why go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon when there are other methods?
Too many unanswered questions. Your response, Miss Von Karma. Well,
Turning to me for help over the slightest thing. Why don't you think for yourself once in a while, Your Honor?
what?
He's as over the top as always.
Anyway, whatever the reason, the fact remains that the defendant could have done this. The murder weapon was disposed of in the river. Another point to me, Miles Edgeworth.
Another mystery to feed the fire. Was there any reason to go and throw away the murder weapon? Luckily, there's surely a problem with this testimony. Now all I have to do is start poking holes in this flawed account.
Objection!
I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder.
You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth.
However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks?
What do you mean?
Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow. Those heading out to the bridge, and those from coming back.
Ah, you're right.
You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth.
Huh?
On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removes your precious contradiction now, doesn't it?
I see. While she was still at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow.
What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth?
Is there a flaw in her theory? The idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks.
The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Ms. Von Kalma, that is impossible.
Would you care to explain? Why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction.
No need. The evidence will do all the talking for me.
On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. In order to dispose of the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh?
Take that!
Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime.
Like I said, it was around 11.
Of course. This means that the weapon was thrown away after that time. Correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder.
The weather report?
Yeah, it's a
That's my
standard.
favorite JoJo character. Oh.
Oh my god. You guys are siblings!
Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but then it stopped around 10:50. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up.
Order! Order! Very well. It looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in.
It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow. Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. Answer me this, then. When is a weather report ever correct?
Ah, no. You've got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast, this is actual data. Bleh.
Forecast data or weather reports have some inaccuracies. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m.
It's true, we cannot be totally sure, eh?
What? How did she pull that off?
It had stopped snowing at Hazakura Temple when the murder took place. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this.
I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Very well. I, too, cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony.
You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth.
Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Where is your evidence that it already stopped snowing when the victim was killed?
Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed.
That's right, but proving that is...
Incredibly easy.
Hmm?
If we want to know whether or not it was snowing, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I am referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow. With just one exception.
And that is...
The victim herself, Ms. Elise Donan. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. In other words, if the killer really did go to Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph there should be 2 sets of tracks.
Just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself. But
This is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing.
Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow.
Then, when this person returned to Hazakura Temple, the snow has stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained.
Miles Edgeworth, are you eating in court?
No.
He's just ducking his head behind the wooden thing to just be like, yes. Hmm.
Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me.
Does, sister.
There was only one key for the snowmobile.
Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder.
Which can only mean that night. Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple.
But Iris said that she never went there. I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance.
The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge. So she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot.
That sounds right.
But what's odd is when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple, I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge.
You must have just failed to see it, sister.
Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too.
But that...
That isn't possible.
Order, order, order in the court. What does this all mean?
So then, what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. I never thought such a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble.
I think we've learned all we can from this challenger.
Yes, I've nothing more to add. I've told you everything that I know.
But then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a challenger who could testify having seen the snowmobile.
A witness, huh?
Was there no one out, walking perhaps near Dusky Bridge on that night?
Oh no. Oh no.
I like to think that this is Edgeworth having the realization, like, in character.
Yeah.
I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering in that.
Oh.
They had something really important to do.
That sure is a shame.
Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may have gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Your Honor! Actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us.
Really?
You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder?
I don't know for sure if he saw it or not. But there are 2 things about him that do come to mind.
Which are?
First, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder.
And the second being?
This individual that I'm thinking of went wandering outside of that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this idiot you're talking about?
Oh.
This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc de Galuta Fruity Tooty. Guy to obnoxious great pain.
This is Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, Elise Donan.
Her student? How interesting.
Don't say disciple, that makes him sound cool.
And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder?
That's... I could tell them all about his designs for Eris. But it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. He was, perhaps, searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee this is the reason.
And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man. What exactly was it that he saw?
Oh. I intend to extract that from him right here in this courtroom.
Summon this youth as a challenger immediately.
I have no choice, do I?
I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. Maybe the peanut gallery. It will not take long to summon him.
Very well.
Larry, you may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you.
This ring will now adjourn to fix the ropes for about 20 minutes or so. Miss Von Kara, please see to get your next challenger from the back.
Understood, Your Honor.
Good. Well then, court is now in recess.
Yay!
Are you excited to see
Yay!
Francisca interact with Larry?
I was
Oh,
literally just
nothing-
thinking, oh my god.
Nothing will make me drive me to insanity faster.
I feel like the whip is gonna like break with how much
Oh,
use
yeah.
it's gonna get.
the whip's gonna run out of durability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna use a hammer and staff on it.
Yeah. Whew, good job, everybody! We did it!
Yay!
So much
I'm gonna do
fun.
the applause noise.
There we go. I love Resist. Do we get to play kickball? Yes.
Yeah.
Kick the ball at Edward's head.
You can play it for a week or two, or maybe 2 months. Then we'll be back.
Yeah, who knows? This recess could go a while. We'll see. Thank you, Yoshi. Whew, well, thank you everybody for hanging out. Hopefully we'll be back sooner rather than later. No promises. But we'll see. Oh, my Discord command is broken, so that didn't work.
I can't believe this.
Good to know. I'll have to go fix that. Oh well.
No Discord. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it just doesn't exist. Hope to see you all again soon.
MSN Messenger.
I hopefully this one still works.
If you scroll down a bit, there's a Discord link in the channel description.
That is
you
true.
can click
that
on
is
that
true.
one.
Yeah, just go do that yourself. This one hopefully should work though. No, that's broken too.
Damn.
Can't believe Nightbot hates us.
Apparently.
I don't think it's even in this channel.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
Oh,
too
it
because
is.
it looks like the Chicky Nugget emote is gone.
Oh,
No.
what?
This is the worst day.
What
of my life.
happened?
Apparently Twitch just said no more for you. Wait, now it's back? It wasn't letting me send it before.
Oh,
like it
that's-
said there was
oh.
no, it said you had no emotes. Yeah,
What
it
the
says
hell?
Valor's
Are you
World
not-
doesn't
are you
have
not-
any emotes.
Are you not a channel
So-
member anymore?
Yeah, apparently my
Where-
channel
oh.
just self-imploded, I guess.
Well, no, I found the
yes.
Chicky Nugget again. I don't know why the rewards is saying that you have no emotes, but there are emotes, so don't listen to me.
It's not sure if you're a sub or not.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh.
My god. Okay, commands. Yeah, I don't know. Those commands are still in here, so I'm not sure why it's not working. I'm so confused.
Twitch just hates to see us winning.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It says Nightbot is in the stream too, so it's not like it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it's down. I'm so confused. Do any of them work? Nightbot bitch.
Did you try them in like any of your other streams recently?
No, I haven't used them in a minute.
Nightbot hates pronouns.
I
Can't
can't-
believe this.
Ugh. Homophobic bot. I don't know. Very strange. I don't know what's happening. I'm so confused.
Well, now you have homework,
Hi, so
Kiki.
confused, I'm Mark.
Wait, what?
I said, hi,
now
so
you have
confused, I'm
homework.
Mark.
I'm glad you both talk at the same time again.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
We didn't plan that.
Yeah, that was great. When is the Nightbot trial? Right fucking now. I'm gonna execute it. Apparently. Guilty as charged. To be fair, I do need to go through some and get rid of some of these because like we have not used. I used to play Objection Funk at the beginning of every stream, and then very quickly I got tired of it, so I stopped doing that. And so I just need to delete the music command because like that's not a thing anymore.
Maybe you won't have to delete it if Nightbot
Yeah,
doesn't
you don't have
work.
to
Yeah, I
delete
guess
it
that's
anymore.
true. Oh my god. That's so strange. I don't know what happened. Things are just slowly breaking, I guess, on my stream. Oh well. Anyways, with that strange epilogue. I ship Sam and Nightbot, but which Sam do I... Oh, what? Are you talking about my Sam, or are you talking about Edgeworth Sam?
Yes.
Are you trying to replace me, Mark?
Maybe.
I see.
I mean, it's Nightbot who's replacing you, surely.
Yeah, Nightbot. Yep.
Yeah, totally. Anyways, with that, you guys, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you all for joining us in Discord and on stream. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye.
Bye.